one of the things Trump continues to harp on is the idea that the Afghanistan withdrawal was the most embarrassing moment in American history. Now, obviously, from a man who says that, AIDS was his Vietnam because he was just trying to get laid during those years and stuff. Obviously, taking anything seriously on a world scale that he says is fucking absurd. But this is Margot, the small film crew unannounced. Yes, it does. Roy Batty. By the way, I know that you've seen things we would never believe. So, all right, now this is not Kristi Noem. This is shitty editing at Fox because they read this and then they move on to the next clip. And this is at the beginning because why bother? I don't know why these folks can't put their graphics together. It's just lazy. All right.
President Biden's own...
They could go, because I think the word president happens. I don't know why they don't extend the graphics over top of it for a second, which you totally could do.
Department of Defense calling his botched withdrawal from Afghanistan a propaganda gift to China. Quote.
Okay, so the DOD, look at this, Biden's propaganda gift to China. So this is it. Is this it, maggots? Is this what, that allegedly China gave Biden $1.5 billion? Well, 10% of whatever the investment win would be. If it lost money, gets nothing. But 10% of 10% of whatever, 3%. And they paid all that money so that he would, leave Afghanistan 3 months after, Trump had set the date, because Trump did no prep whatsoever, as fast as we could so that more people wouldn't be killed. And this was it. This is all that money that China allegedly gave to Hunter Biden and the big guy and all that shit. And what was the result? A propaganda win.
The People's Republic of China employed multiple diplomatic tools in an attempt to erode U.S. and partner influence, highlighting the U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan.
Is it just me, or does that ... stick out to anybody else? If I may, let's see. DOD report on national security China. Let's just do something related. 2022 on the People's Republic of China. Let's see. Read the full report here. Okay. How many pages is this? Now, they don't reference... okay, here we go. 1 second. Preface 1, Executive Summary, Chapter 1, Understanding China's Strategies, Forces, Capabilities, Project, and PLA's Growing Global Presence, Resources, Technology, Measure, PRC, Defense Contracts, Exchange of Views, and Strategic Stability, Views of Information Dominance, PLA's Expanded Military. I'm going to go with... What do you think? 160, Special Topic, PRC Views of Information Dominance? Well, let's see. Hold on 1 second. Let me see. This says Tuesday. Doesn't say what page. No reference whatsoever. But they've... Hold on. Maybe I can do this. Is there a... Can I search in here? Hold on. Nope. Okay. Let's go to 160. I'm going to try this. Okay, there's a map and some other stuff. Intelligence warfare. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Cyberspace warfare, electronic warfare, command communications, Chairman Xi. It was in here. Intelligence warfare. 2020, the CCP announced the modern warfare has evolved in the PLA strategies, new technologies, systems, space and counter space strategy doctrine. Space and counter space. It's only let's see, how big is this thing? This is 139 pages, 149 pages, 152. There's a gloss, including the glossary. We're at 174, something like that, and change. They're just going to they're going to take 2 sentences from this fucking thing and slap them together. Thank you, Jay.
First U.S. Air Force and Space Force Chief Software Officer Nicholas Shalon joins me now.
Wait a minute. We have somebody from Space Force? Get out of here. Not that one.
First new branch of the U.S. Armed Forces in 75 years, Space Force. Not since the Air Force.
That's right. Not since the ass force has somebody this big been on Fox.
Great to have you here.
It is. It's great to be had.
Damning is this report from, we have to always highlight this, Biden's own Defense Department?
It's incredibly damning. Damn it. I feel damned, and you're damned if you do. For God darn. Who is Mr. Single-Ended?
As you've seen, the fact that the Biden administration has to admit this publicly is telling, because you cannot hide these kind of results. Effectively, we gave the biggest gift to the Chinese Communist Party. They were able to negotiate with the Taliban months before the Taliban taking over Afghanistan.
You mean during the time that Trump had negotiated our exit?
And get access to the mining rights, and in the process, take over the entire economy of the nation.
Oh, good luck with that.
Can't unring a bell, but is the Biden administration doing anything going forward to win back the trust and confidence of our allies so that countries like China, like Russia, can't take advantage of what we did in Afghanistan?
We're out. What do you mean take advantage of what we did in Afghanistan? It's what we're not doing is the important thing. They were taking advantage of what we did in Afghanistan, which was fucking staying there for 20 years and wasting our fucking money, spinning our fucking wheels in the mud.
Yet to see it, but again, that shows you the importance of having a very strong military and also administration. And what you see here effectively is the Biden administration continuing to lack in leadership. And what you see here with Afghanistan, but also in China and Ukraine, is now effectively showing the results of this lack of leadership. And effectively, you end up in a situation where we are now at war with China. China is now taking over many of the U.S. industries.
The fuck are you talking about? What industries is China taking over in the U.S. at all, much less that is new progress in the last 2 fucking years?
I've yet to see the administration take any action to address it.
Any action. And all right, goddamn it. Usually, I mean, obviously, maybe this guy. Okay. Let's see. Hold on. Like that, you're not even going to fucking bother? I don't, honest to God. Did they think maybe they just think we can't read. Right? Maybe they think nobody looks at this stuff, or that Fox News viewers don't dare check other stuff. They won't look at this stuff. U.S. officials pushed to choke off China's access to critical semiconductor technology after internal debates and tough negotiations with allies. An effort by the Biden administration would try to use U.S. influence over global technology and supply chains to choke off China's access to advanced chip production tools needed to power those abilities. This is October 13th. That shit already happened. Here you go. How Biden administration's export ban is choking off China's tech ambitions. That's CNN. Here you go. Newsweek. Joe Biden quietly crushes China's tech ambitions. I haven't seen a single thing. Why Biden's block on chips to China is a big deal. The new U.S. export controls on semiconductor technology will hurt Chinese industry. Xi Jinping has only himself to blame. Biden's unprecedented, you like that word? Semiconductor bet. That's from the Carnegie Endowment for International Peace. Let's see. U.S. Federal Communications Commission bans sales import of Chinese tech from Huawei ZTE. November 25th, 2022. How the U.S.-Chinese technology war is changing the world. November 19th, 2022. That's none of these are coming from the Trump era, by the way. He did fucking trade tariffs. I honest to God don't know what the fuck this dude is talking about.
Of China vowing to crack down on hostile forces as hundreds of COVID-19 lockdown protesters are wreaking
hostile forces? And is this asshole trying to make like the protesters, threats against protesters look like a threat against the United States?
Across the nation while demanding the communist leadership step down. We have seen this crackdown on protesters really escalate by the CCP over the past 48 hours. Nicholas, what happens in the next 48 hours?
Yeah, tell us. You've been so wrong so quickly over stuff that's so easily checked. Now go into the realm of just pulling shit out of your ass on live television.
Obviously, we have to be very careful. A lot of people are hoping that the Chinese people are going to be able to stand against this kind of Chinese Communist Party regime. And let's face it, they have killed millions of people over the last 75 years to take control of the power in China. That's not going to happen. The CCP is not going to let the Chinese people to win this battle. And they will bring the tanks and continue to kill Chinese people that are opening up and talking.
So this guy's saying in the next 48 hours, China's going to roll in with tanks and kill, I suppose, millions of Chinese people. That's the prediction.
I've seen them use technology, including machine learning, to be able to track people using white papers to officially protest peacefully. And yet, there's, again, the Biden administration not really doing anything to help the Chinese people.
I think you're right in the sense that...
In a sense? What are we supposed to do? We're not going to invade another country that's having protests. They're being cautious about it because, again, the Chinese government, all they need is for the U.S. government to go, we stand by the protesters, for them to go, we knew it. You guys are behind this shit. It's the same shit you're doing in Iran. It's the same shit you're doing in Russia. This is the puppet hand. This isn't real people trying to actually have freedom. They're listening to your bullshit. And so we can crack down on these people because they're spies. They work for you.
Xi Jinping and the CCP aren't going to say, oh, well, people are protesting, let's all resign. But will China end up lifting those draconian COVID lockdowns as a result of these protests?
Well, according to the redacted assholes, they're already doing it, okay? The Chinese government has heard the people, and they're responding with warm, loving, grandpa snuggling kindness.
They have started to do that a little bit, but let's face it, the Chinese people are seeing what's happening with the World Cup, with hundreds of thousands of people meeting and without any masks. And yet in the meantime, you see 10 Chinese people dying in a fire because of being locked in their apartments with no ability to get out of the building. And so that's obviously going to create tensions. And the Chinese people are tired of
obviously
this regime that's really controlling their entire lives and not giving them any ability to succeed at any kind of scale, despite Apple CEO continuing to pretend otherwise.
No, he isn't. They're in the process of moving their factory out of there. The Foxconn facility definitely is a major focal point for them, but they already started moving production to Vietnam.
Biden actually hurting the power of these protesters by not coming out more forcefully in support of them?
Absolutely. I think it's a very tremendous lack of leadership again.
By the way, this asshole was like, we have to be very careful about the way the government and what we say. And then he's like, yeah, but he should come out and just blast the entire thing.
Because that's the opportunity for the United States to give a chance to the Chinese people to finally fight back against the Chinese Communist Party. This happened back in 1989.
Yeah, sometime in those decades. It's one man's 80s is another man's 70s.
And that's not something you see every day. And
that's true. It's not even something you see every decade.
First time really, it's unprecedented.
It's unprecedented.
See the Chinese people openly calling for the President Xi to step down with the CCP as well. So we need to hopefully take action to help and push it slowly but surely so the CCP can finally leave the control of the China to the Chinese people.
And we know if the roles were reversed, Xi Jinping and the CCP would be trolling Joe Biden and the United States extremely hard. Yet, more or less.
The fuck? What? So Biden's supposed to be trolling, like making jokes at Xi Jinping? Look, if you attack Xi Jinping's ego right now, he might kill protesters or order a more draconian steps on those people just to show you, because of the importance and power of face in the Chinese culture. There is a reason why if your enemy is down, is beating himself up and he's on the ground, you don't have to kick him while he's down. He'll do himself in.
Crickets from Joe Biden with regard to China. Nicholas Shalon, thank you, sir.
I don't even know what the fuck that dude was supposedly there to say. Except for somehow, no matter what's happening, Joe Biden is doing the wrong thing. All right, I did a story earlier this morning talking about, by the way, you're watching Hal Sparks Mega Worldwide. Thank you. Appreciate you being here. And that includes trolls. I know trolls, congratulations. I just want to say congratulations. You found your safe space where you can, on the one hand, be an asshole. You have to keep the bigotry and the real abject racism down a little bit, but I believe in you. I think you can do it. And also, you found a space where everybody else can kind of let shit slide a little bit. So, like, we don't really care. Trolling is very 2015. But if you still make your living that way, what are you going to do? Oh, thank you, Tobias. We love our Canadian brothers and sisters. It's good people.